What up, everybody? Welcome back to Rudy's Rant, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Hype the video, like the video, subscribe, leave your comments. Ryan Clark fired by ESPN while he was working on the set. I mean, that's a story that you can. That's a rough one to deal with, man. To get fired while you are literally having a conversation with the camera, and then after the break, not returning because you just got fired, man. That's something that you don't see all that often. But, for Ryan Clark, it is something that, quite frankly, couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. And I am not a person that would ever celebrate someone being terminated from their job. But, man, oh, man, with the history that Ryan Clark has created for himself over the last few years, the absolute race baiter this guy has become as a TV pundit, his outrageous takes, his uncomfortable situations that he has created with his own colleagues. You have a guy here who, how he wasn't shit canned a while ago is rather incredible. Now, Ryan Clark has made some comments publicly about this, and he has stated publicly sending prayers and love to all those laid off by ESPN. So many of you have poured your life into that company, and I know how you're feeling right now, Clark wrote on X. So he took the high road there, but unfortunately, many, many times he did not take the high road while he was working at ESPN. And I don't know if that contributed to his termination from ESPN, but he has had some situations that has taken place. Uh, and yeah, it's a situation where if you are a fan of Ryan Clark, you're obviously disappointed. But if you're not, you're sitting here saying it's about damn time. Apparently, he was fired on Monday during the show because there was questions that he might be fired on Tuesday, and ESPN did not want the word to get out that Ryan Clark was scheduled to be terminated on Tuesday. So they decided to say, you know what? Let's give this man a call and say, listen, it's been real, but we're going to save that $2 million we're paying you per year, and we're going to go give it to Pat McAfee because it seems like that's what they're doing right now at ESPN. They're finding a lot of people so they can give Pat McAfee some more money. Because they also fired Carl Ravitch, who's been a long time guy there at ESPN, 33 years I've read. That one's a little bit saddening to me, being at 33 years at ESPN. That one kind of sucks. It also says that ESPN and its sister platform, the NFL Network, are expected to have more layoffs, which I presume included Carl Ravitch and other guys who got let go. ESPN issues executives soured on Clark because of issues with some of his choices, a dynamic that peaked with on and off air incident this past season involving colleague Peter Schrager on Get Up last September after Schrager defended Cowboys wide receiver CD Lamb's performance in an opening night loss. Clark said, that's the non player in you. And that's a big problem that exists when it comes to former professional athletes talking to basically lay people who have never played professionally. They have that thing in them that makes them always want to think that they know more simply because they played. And while you may be a better athlete, it does not mean you have a better mind. There's a reason that there are guys that are coaching NFL teams that have never played in the NFL. And so Schrager asked Clark not to belittle him and mentioned there are other perspectives, to which Clark responded, Peter, what I need for you to do is not get mad and let me finish. Much later that day, Clark tweeted out an apology saying, today I had an interaction with my colleague Schrager, both on and off the air, that I regret. Back then, I was calling for Ryan Clark to get fired. He should have been fired back then because there have been multiple situations with this guy in which he has acted a damn fool. You know, even during his contract negotiations, he acted like a clown. And now, he has the Pivot podcast for which he makes money. He makes plenty of money doing that. In my opinion, paying this guy $2 million a year to do what he does on ESPN, vastly overpaid. But I'm not counting anybody's pocketbooks, but that's a vastly overpaid person because he doesn't have a background in journalism. He's an athlete, and a lot of his takes are very, very biased. You can hear it when he speaks. He's just tremendously biased. And yeah, also Cam Newton got fired. No surprise there either. But listen, I don't ever wish ill will on people. I don't wish people to be fired, generally speaking. But Ryan Clark should have been fired multiple times from this network. He's such a race baiter on the network, and it gets a little bit old and tiresome to listen to a guy like him. I mean, I've completely stopped watching ESPN as far as outside of sporting events. I don't watch any of the shows anymore, and that's sad for me as a former ESPN viewer that there's not a sports network that I can watch short of watching games in which I can actually feel like I got educated by somebody because I don't think anyone on that network can educate me. And that's my ego telling me that. But they just sit there and just blabber, blabber, blabber about nothing. The same five topics every single show, the same five conversations every single show. I mean, this network basically talks about the Lakers. Well, before it was LeBron and the Lakers. Now it'll be LeBron somewhere else. Seven different teams. The Cowboys. We'll get Cowboys and Cowboys and Cowboys and Cowboys. And that's basically it because they don't talk about actual things that are going on in sports. They, you know, do what they do. And it has become a very tough thing to watch as a network. And I don't know what the plans are for ESPN. They do this constantly. They fire a lot of people pretty much every year. They get in these mass layoffs. And I mean, I don't know if they bring some of them back, but Ryan Clark is one that I am fine to never see again on an ESPN programming, even though I don't watch it. He is one that I'll be happy to not ever have to watch on there again. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Ryan Clark being terminated by ESPN. I'd love to hear it. And I mean, I've said it time and time again, he's a massive race baiter and it gets tired and old. And you don't want to hear that crap every single day of the week when you're watching sports or sports talk TV. But again, y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell and let me know what you think. I do appreciate y'all. This is Rudy's Rant, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.